Hey,
Hey.
Kiki.
Hey, how are you guys?
Pretty good.
Um, well, Kiki, I like to answer that question by we're Redonkulous.
That's always a good answer.
That is. So, Kiki, Kevin, the co-founder, Martin.
Kindness as they do.
Okay, Kiki, let's get right to it. Tell us about yourself. We're live, baby.
Okay, where you want me to start?
Well, let me help you out. 1982 in Tokyo, Japan.
Oh boy. Oh, here we go.
A man was born.
Good God Almighty.
Not just a man. You would later find out he was the co-founder.
This actually sounds like a pretty classic movie.
I know, right?
I'm watching. Why's that coming out in theaters?
Now let's start from your tell us how you get into modeling. Tell us all that stuff. Let's start from that adventure.
Okay. All right. Well, you guys know I'm 27 years old, and I moved to North Carolina. I moved to Charlotte from South Jersey about 4 years ago. So everybody always asks, how did you get started modeling? How did you get started modeling? And I'm gonna be honest, like I really just sat there one day and I'm like, you know what? Why not get started? You know? So one thing led to another, and I just remember going to my first audition, and it was for a modeling school. And it was about 50 people there, and we had to walk the runway. And I remember I showed up by myself because my fiance and my daughter, they were at home, they couldn't come with me. So I remember I was there, but one feeling I did not have was nervousness. You understand? Like, so that's how I felt that's how I knew that in that moment that this must be meant for me, because here I am about to audition in front of all these judges, in front of all these professionals. And I'm just a girl out here and I just want to do something that I always dreamed about doing. So when I got up there to audition, one thing that I did not feel, I felt excited, I felt happy, I felt glad. And mind you, I never walked the runway before. I just went off of things that I've seen, you know. I always watched America's Next Top Model, and I always did my research on YouTube and looked up little ways, you know, how to be the best model and what are the best poses and how to walk professionally and things of that nature. So I remember walking on that runway, and I just remember I walked up there and I just gave it my all. Like once I got up there, I just went up to those judges, I just looked them in the eye and I just gave them eye contact, like, you're going to remember me. That was all I said. I was like, you're gonna remember me. And out of those 50 people, they picked 7. They picked 7 people, and I was one of those 7 people. So then from there, it was takeoff. It was just a takeoff for me. I learned what I needed to learn. I started making the connections I needed to make. I started, finding mentors that I needed to find, and everything just started falling into place. And ever since then, I've just been thriving. Right now, I'm a freelance model, which means I'm not signed to a modeling agency. And I did have offers, but nobody had my best interest at heart. So my goal is to find that modeling agency that is a partnership. You know, not only do I work for you, but we work together. You know, like right. Not only do you bring something to the table, but hey, I bring something to the table too. You know, like things of that nature. So that's where I'm at with it. And right now it's a blessing. I have a lot of partnerships. I'm also a brand ambassador. So I'm also a company with a lot of different companies in the fashion industry, as far as hairstylists, makeup artists, just all people of all walks of life I really connected with just from being a model and a brand ambassador. So that's how I know that this must be my calling, because it's not only, doing whatever I want to do, but it's also opening doors, for many other things for me to pursue in my life. So that's where I'm at with it right now.
So Kiki, let me ask you a question. So I'm on your Instagram, I'm looking at you. I'm like, oh wow, Kiki, these amazing pictures. And it says that you dibble and dabble in singing. What's how the song for us? Come on.
What'd you say? I didn't hear what you said. What'd you say?
What's how the song? I heard you could sing.
Oh yeah. I was just saying to my fiance earlier, like, I find myself forgetting that I can sing, like, because it's in the back of my mind, because it's just one of those talents that people, what I've learned is, honestly, everybody can sing. It's just all about learning how to do it properly. So what I did was, I've always heard my mom and my sister sing, and I like their voice. And then I've always watched musicals, and then I went to church and I started watching, people singing choirs. And then I started, hold on, you guys, when I seen Whitney Houston, it was a wrap. It was a wrap. For the first time I seen Whitney Houston sing, perform, it was a wrap. It was like, oh my goodness, like, is that even vocally possible? You get what I'm saying? Like, that rocked my world. So from there, I'm like, I might not have the best, strongest voice in the world, but I know I have something there. So I started doing what I did with my modeling. I started going down the road of auditions. And I remember my first audition was for a play, and I sung Amazing Grace.
Okay.
And I was so heartbroken, you guys, because I was 8 years old and I sung Amazing Grace, and it was probably about 20 people who auditioned, and they called me back. But the only reason why I didn't get in the play was because my mom didn't take me. I was so heartbroken, you guys. So heartbroken.
What's Amazing Grace? What's something that?
Amazing
Grace, how sweet the sound.
Yes.
What? Yeah. Yeah.
Like me.
Yeah.
That's a little impromptu performance that just happened there.
Yeah, that was my go-to as a little girl. That was like my go-to song. Yeah,
everybody. The church. Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
So,
Yes. Yes.
So how was that growing up in the church? How is that?
I mean, it was, I must say, for me, it was a little confusing at times, because a lot of the, bad things that happened in my life as a child, I would question, a lot of things about my faith, about my God. And that's only because nobody really thoroughly explained to me the religion. So as I grew up, I was really, I was put in a lot of situations where I was looked at this as something that we were forced to do, but really didn't understand why. But then I remember one day, the minister was up there preaching, and he just asked, does anybody want to be saved? And I'm gonna be honest, you guys, I didn't even know what that meant. And I raised my hand and was like, I do. So in that moment, he was like, come with me. And I'm like, okay. So I go in the back of the church, and it was just a group of people, and they just prayed over me. And in that moment, I just felt the spirit. And I'm like, oh my goodness, like, I now know and feel what this means to be saved. And then in that moment, I started, I guess, just living my life. I don't live in the church, I don't go to church every Sunday, but I'm a firm believer that the church lives in me. Everything that I do, everything I say, I try my best, to try to, imply God and my faith and my belief in everything that I do, and raise my child to be the same way. So that's basically where I'm at with it. And then as far as my research goes, I'm just learning to just, don't worry about the judgment, nobody is a perfect Christian, as they say, so I just realized that as long as I just put my best foot forward and just, just do what my calling is, whatever God asks me to do or put me on this earth to do, as long as I fulfill that, I'm happy. That's all that matters. Yeah.
Right. I always notice, like, with your pictures, and you post some amazing shots online too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No, they're amazing. I comment on them all the time. Actually, they really are amazing.
And but also what gets me is not only the pictures themselves, but the captions that you put under each of them. The inspirational things.
Yes.
Like, I love it. I love the positive energy that you give off. So, just in terms of self-empowerment and thinking highly of yourself and just the world around you and so on and so forth. Just like, again, I appreciate a lot of those quotes and captions that you put under. So
thank you. I appreciate that. You're so hard. Thank you. Because I really do. Every single day is crazy, because they say the little things count. And that's literally what I do. I actually think, and if you guys realize, I don't post the same things on both social medias. I only have Facebook and Instagram. And I don't post the same things for a reason, because I'm literally in the moment type of person. You know what I'm saying? So everything that I post and every picture that I post is for a reason. And then not only do I want to show people that I'm empowered, but I want to show people that I'm here to empower others. Like I even put posts in Facebook groups like, hey, you guys, I'm not the greatest, I'm not the best, but if you want to know anything, come to me. You know, if you have any questions and you were lost about anything, you know, I'm not even where I want to be, but guess what? I'm here for a reason. You know, I want to pass on my knowledge to everybody else or anybody else that I can help. And I've just felt like I can do anything at this point, you know, even if that means just telling somebody little tips or little, you know, little ways to come up and how to do things, or even I'll let people know that I'm even open to collaborations, you know, no compensation involved. I'm here to just uplift everyone and anyone. That's just because that's who I am.
I hear that.
Kiki, one thing I respect, I always say what I respect was Mike. I respect that your place comes from a place of humbleness. It does. It is. It's a place of humbleness, which is the complete opposite of me. My place comes from a place of arrogance. It's true. It's true. It comes from a place. I'm the man. I don't know how else to put it, but I'm the man. But we both agree on one thing. This is what I really respect. Same thing. You can ask me anything. You can ask me, and if I don't know, you know, I think I'm the best and I know everything. But if I don't know, I want to find out for you. I like the way you're willing to support and help everybody.
Yes.
Yeah. Uplifting. That's the word I'm looking for. Uplifting. Yeah. And I respect that. That's rated R for Redonkulous.
I don't know if you remember me telling you, and we, you know, briefly had a little talk about my background, but my ultimate goal is I'm really focusing on children and helping the homeless because I have personal experiences in those areas. So my goal is to, you know, I feel like if I'm comfortable and I'm happy and doing these things and being around these people and I've lived these experiences and things of that nature, then why not go for it? Why not, you know, bless the next person? Why not help the next individual? You know, I'm that type of person. So that's what I'm going for. My goal right now is, like, honestly, I'm right now in the midst of finding local charities and places that I can volunteer and just, you know, because I'm you know, not only do I talk it, I walk it type of person, you know? If that makes sense, that's who I am. So that's me.
That's the best way to be, talking and walk it, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So Kiki, we're here, we're live, Redonkulous Entertainment, and I want you to know that the lead artist, even Lorana, he's about to get his model on. And he's about to get his model on. Pose for the camera. Pose.
All right now.
There you go.
We got it.
There it is. Yeah. So if one was to try to become a model, okay, say my daughter, who's about to be 17, say she was looking into being a model, what words would you encourage her or tip her out on, whatever?
Okay, so the first thing that I always advise everybody to do is do your research on what type of model you want to be. Me personally, like you said, I am very humble and I do have morals. I just told you guys I'm a Christian woman now. So there's a line with me. You get what I'm saying? I have a comfortability line. So everybody should know what that line is, especially when you're a teenager, you know, you're a minor, things of that nature. And then not only after that, you have to do your research on what you're comfortable with and what you're willing to do. After that, you have to build a portfolio because nobody's going to take you serious, you know, unless they see that you have professional shots to back you up. A portfolio for a model is basically a resume for a working person, you know? So that's how important that is. People really need to understand how important a portfolio really is in your modeling industry. And then from there, as far as building that portfolio, the best way to build that and not come out of pocket is to reach out to local photographers and just ask them, hey, I'm working on building my portfolio. I'm an aspiring model. And if you're willing to work on a trade for print project, that's what they call it, because there's no compensation involved. That's basically, you know, you do me a favor, you do me a favor, I do you a favor. You know, you use the images for whatever you want to, I use the images for whatever I want to. And that's just how that goes. So then from there, you know, you're able to take off. You're able to now take that portfolio and now submit them to those modeling agencies, to those magazine subscriptions. That's how I got published in the magazine. I got connected to a photographer, and then the photographer brought it to my attention. Hey, how do you feel about me sending these photos out to a magazine? Why not? You know, next, you know.
Well, the photographer, what's his name? I'm sorry.
His name is Chris Morton. Chris Morton, he lives in Charlotte. Yeah.
Shout out Chris Morgan. Redonkulous Entertainment.
Chris Morton. Yes. He definitely put me in my first magazine. So that's how that came about. And that's why I say that in this industry, the limits, it's just limitless, you know, like the sky is the limit, because I've come across people, because we talked about singing, that I've worked with photographers, and I told them, oh yeah, you know, I sing, and they'll say, oh yeah, really? I know some music producers if you want to get, you know, connected to them. And I'm like, really? Like, what? That's insane. Like, talk about killing two birds with one stone. I'm like, that's for me, you know, that's the ball in the net. I'm like, so that's why I say that it's really just about connecting. Yeah, it's about connecting. And then from there, you take off whatever you choose to do with it. I feel like you can really do whatever you want to do. You know, if you want this to be your main, and this is your ultimate, this can be your ultimate, this could be your main. There are international known models. You know, right. They're known for nothing but taking pictures. That's it. That's it, you know, and it's all about just consistency, you know? So that's all.
Now, what made you want to, because, you know, everybody talks about, you know, especially from around here in South Jersey, like, you know, oh, well, I got to move to, you know, New York, or I have to move to Philly or whatnot. What made you choose moving to North Carolina instead?
For me, I really feel like it was a faith thing, because I was really supposed to move to North Carolina back in 2016. But unfortunately, I was in a car accident. Somebody had T-boned my vehicle, and I was okay, but my vehicle was totaled. So because of that, it had set me back a little. And I'm like, okay, so before I do move, I was going to move out here with my sister. And before I did move, you know, I had to get some things, you know, had to, you know, dot some I's, cross some T's, you know, things of that nature before I could take that leap. And then I wound up meeting my fiance. And then from there, it kind of got put on the back burner. And then we brought it up again, where it was like, hey, how do you feel about that North Carolina move? Is that still on your mind? And I'm like, well, technically, you know, New Jersey is not, you know, bringing anything to the table. And I honestly feel like that's only because we were living in South Jersey. Once I started doing a whole lot more traveling, I realized, like, wow, North Jersey is nothing like South Jersey. Like, it's the total opposite. It's like oil and water. So it's like, once I realized that and seeing all of that, it was like, okay, now I can go back, and I could just go back and have control over it. And even with here being in North Carolina, I'm still not tied to here. You know, I'm still doing my research. I'm still looking to move to other places that will better my career, better my opportunities, because I just feel like at this point, wherever I go, I'm going to take off. I'm gonna go. God is blessing me. He's watching me. He's carrying me through everything. So that's just where I'm at with it.
Yeah.
It's always a beautiful thing to see, especially like folks from this area really just, you know, push forward what they believe in and push forward with their dreams. Like, that's always super inspiring. I say especially folks from this area, because there are kids who are coming up who are watching. You know what I'm saying? So that's super important.
Absolutely. I agree. Yeah. When I first got into the model industry, I remember I used to tell everybody that I wanted to inspire little girls. And I'm like, well, this isn't just for little girls, you know, boys can be models too. So that's why I'm like, you know what? It's to inspire people. I want to inspire anybody. And because of that, I did actually have, you know, males and boys and family members who reached out to me and said, hey, I want to get started. How can I get started? What can I do? What should I do? And I'm like, I'm here for your assistance. I am here for you. I am here for you. So it makes me feel good that I'm able to help anybody and everybody. You know, there's no age, there's no size, modeling is nothing like how it used to be back in the day. You don't have to be a size 0 anymore. Now you just have to have the drive and the consistency, and that's it. That's it.
I think modeling is like everyday life, or making a comic book, I guess. Same thing. You gotta have drive.
Consistency, yeah.
Well, we made 6, by the way. With 7 coming up. 7, 8, 9. But so the hustle never stops, it seems.
Yeah.
So far from our interviews, we did a producer and another author and now a model. And every time we interview somebody, it seems to be the same exact answer, just a different industry.
Right.
Yeah.
Can't stop. Won't stop.
Exactly.
Yeah. Tenacity. Drive.
Yeah.
Dedication.
Thank you. You know, a little birdie told me that the co-founder does some modeling. Little birdie told me that.
I mean, a real model knows how to look at the camera.
I love it.
So Kiki, we got you live. You're on Facebook, Redonkulous Entertainment. I'm asking. I'm gonna talk slow because I get excited. Can we hear a little bit of singing live?
You want to hear a little bit of singing?
A little bit of singing. What was the song?
Amazing Grace.
Amazing Grace. Well, a little bit more spicier than that, though.
Oh yeah, I'm like, I don't gotta do it. Yeah, she brought it back to the. Sorry, she's like Amazing Grace. No, that's back in the day.
Yeah, that's so back in the day. That's so back.
I mean,
that's back when Tanya was born.
My go-to.
Thank you so much.
My go-to now would be Mary J. Blige. I'm Going Down.
Okay.
That's my. Time on my head since you've been away, boy. I ain't got no plans. No. All right, you just had a smidget.
Why?
Hold on, she said mic drop.
No, wait. I was getting mad. Oh, no. Time out. Flag on the flag. Oh, flag. Come on. At least
YouTube channels. I got those. I'm working on those too.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
She said mic drop.
Oh, no, wait. I know that song. No, I'm
Go ahead.
I'm going down. Cause you ain't around. My whole world's upside down.
That's what I'm talking about.
One thing is for certain, once you've heard a co-founder version of a song,
exactly,
you will never get it out of your head.
Exactly.
Never, ever. So,
well,
I'm definitely going to remember that for life. I'm going to remember that one for life.
Yeah. That's what they always say. The performances be remembered.
That's true. Yes, definitely.
So you say YouTube, you have future endeavors. What should we look forward to?
I mean, as far as the singing goes, I'm definitely getting involved with. When I was about maybe like a teenager, maybe about 17, 18. I remember like staying up to like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, being in the studio with my cousins and just singing tracks that I remember some of them. I never even heard the outcome of them. It was just, for me, the feeling was good. Like I was just happy to be doing something that, I enjoyed doing. I felt like I didn't feel like I was putting any work, basically. So ever since then, I haven't been in the studio, but now people have reached out to me, and I have a couple music producers. One of the producers used to be the producers for the music group, the Funkadelics. I knew y'all were gonna.
You guys just gotta have.
Everybody likes it a lot. Yeah. So we're gonna
excuse me 1 second, Kiki. I just gotta make this quick claim. All of Redonkulous Entertainment is not old school. It's a group of 9 of us.
Gotcha.
We definitely have old school in our blood, but it's a group of 9.
Oh, I got it. So I got that going on, and then I have some photo shoots And then I have you're gonna be seeing me in a couple different hairstyles because I have some partnership with some with some salons. So I have that coming up that I have to, you know, make sure I shout them out and make sure I promote them. You know, it's all part of the business. So I have that going on, and then I'm really trying to get involved into my acting. Like I'm really starting. I'm the type of person where, you know, if I take something serious and I enjoy doing it, I do my research. You know, I practice as much as I can, and I have my limits to my acting, so I'm trying to find my niche in there. Like I don't know, I'm kind of on the fence about it. I'm gonna be honest about that. So I'm dealing with that, and then I'm branching out, and I'm just doing a lot more traveling. Like this year, 2021 is my year. Like I really don't care about the pandemic. This is my year. Like, like doors are opening, you know, like people are, you know, reaching out. I'm reaching out to people. I'm willing to work, willing to collaborate, willing to support, you know. So therefore, because of that, I feel like everything is just showing for itself. So I'm really excited about my future. Like everything that I have lined up is what I have lined up, and everything that I don't know what's coming, I'm still excited about it because I know it's going to be great.
The thing about this pandemic is it's pushed you in one of either two directions. Either it's slowed you down, or it's pushed your drive that much harder.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's one or the other, pretty much.
I agree.
Yeah.
So Kiki, you said two things I had to touch on.
Yes.
Acting. Our Redonkulous movie is coming by 2025.
Okay.
What's up, Redonkulous Entertainment? Asterisk, we need some. That's it. We're live. Okay. The offers out there. We'll talk more in details. But if you're interested, a Redonkulous movie is coming.
We'll have our people call your people.
Yes,
up, you know.
Yeah, people calling people. Yeah.
Got it.
And the thing number two. So August 8th, 2021, we're having our Redonkulous Boat Ride Part 2.
Okay.
In Lang City,
in Gardner Space.
We gotta give a shout out to people.
Yes.
Jeff.
Yes.
Okay, right. Okay, right. Anyway. Right now, you're invited before ahead of time. Will you be there?
You said August
8th.
Yes.
August 8th.
I might be able to make that happen. I might be able
to
put
in your calendar now.
We'd like to have it.
That way when the calls come in, you can like, wait a minute, not August 8th.
I might be able to. We might be able to make that happen. That sounds like.
I sure hope we see her there. That'd be great.
That would be cool. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes. I love the energy. I love the spirit you guys bring. So I'm all for it.
Likewise. Yeah. Just, you know, in terms of, of course, Kevin,
the co-founder Martin.
Kevin, the co-founder Martin. Out of all of us, of course, he met you first and everything, and kind of connected you with us and all. And then when I started following you, and again, just the positivity and just the energy that you bring is really, really appreciated. And so we try to align ourselves with people, and support people who have that same type of like-minded energy, can-do attitude, drive and consistency. So yeah, like I said, we definitely appreciate the things that we're seeing from you, and you're doing big things. You're taking off. You know what I mean?
So are you guys. Thank you.
It's funny because so let me tell a quick story on the Kiki and Redonkulous Entertainment connection. I do things that don't well. This is not a surprise. And I noticed, I was like, wow, these are some good shots. Kept saying the word brand ambassador, and I just kept throwing around. I was like, wow, brand ambassador, that's cool. Let me ask you. So I inboxed her and said, hey, can you possibly wear one of our shirts? Maybe, please, maybe. She said, sure, no problem. I'm with it. And there you go. Now here we are, live. That's exactly what happened. Yeah.
I always say I'm a firm believer that everything happens for a reason. So this whole meeting, for a reason.
And this is not the first time we met. We met in the freezing cold. Okay.
Yeah.
we met on a very, very cold day in front of a very busy Walmart, being cold as hell. Oh, can I say hell?
Sure.
Okay.
You are allowed. You're granted.
Okay. I can say And then we was chopping it up, talking or whatever. Nigel Wildcard Frazier was with us right there.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, and we was talking. So we was acting tough, like, yeah, we're Redonkulous Entertainment. Kiki, we're not cold.
Cold hell.
We're too cool to be cold.
Cold hell.
So soon as we made our stage and talked or whatever. So Kiki went about her business, we went about ours. It was like, yay! Oh my God, she's so cool! She's so cool! She's so cool! I mean, yeah. She's okay.
So is that what happened? I was definitely wondering. I'm like, I wonder what they think about me. It was a group of y'all, and it's just little old me.
It was, and it was like I said, it was definitely cold. Can't say that. No, it was cold.
It was not warm.
No, not warm at all. Nope.
Yeah, can't be at the cold.
Definitely like bundle up weather. So
Anything else to be covered?
So can you tell the folks out in social media land where they can find you online, your website, your social media links, all that fun stuff?
Okay, well, thank you for asking. And I'm on Facebook, as you can see, it's just Kiki, Kiikii. I'm on Instagram. Shout out to Drake because he definitely did. I definitely did get some promo because of that. A lot of people, they're real into me because of that. So I must say that might be one of my anthems coming out of one of my birthday parties. So
birthday party?
Oh yes, my birthday's in April. Yes, so I might be having some type of birthday party. I don't know how big, how small, what state. I don't know, but I don't know. But once I get the details, I would definitely, drop the info on you guys. But
birthday party. We go like Kiki. Okay, back to your shout outs. I just can't help
social media.
It's just okay.
On Instagram, I'm at just Kiki, and then my portfolio can be seen at KiaraOCurvado.com. And that's all my info. And I just, like I said, I support everybody, and I appreciate everybody who support me.
Word.
There were some salons you said you had to get shout out to, right?
What'd you say?
There were some. You said there were salons that you were partnering with, also that you want to get shout out to.
Yes, definitely. I want to shout out Braids by Franche. Yes, that's my hair salon I'm partnership with, and I'm getting my hair done by her this Thursday. So thank you for that tip, Kevin. I want to add that in there. Franche, she is an amazing woman. She owns over 4 hair salons in Charlotte, North Carolina. And she's doing her thing. She is out here. She just opened up another wig store in the mall out here in Charlotte. And I'm really trying to, stay by her side, as some type of mentorship. I'm with everybody and anybody who is, who has the entrepreneurship mentality, Right. So, I'm a leech to that, So definitely want to say shout out to Franche. I appreciate, everybody, all my photographers, Will, Chris, Kato, it's like Walter. I'm right now making connections. Jill in New Jersey, shout out to Jill. She gave me those shots by the water and they came out magnificent. That was my first photo shoot in Atlantic City, and that felt so awesome because I'm like, here I am back in my hometown and I'm doing this photo shoot. What could feel better than that, And then the pictures came out so great. Like we all know that, Atlantic City is a beautiful city. It's just all about how you capture those moments. So I just want to say, thank you again to all those people who are taking those amazing shots. I'm excited to everybody who I'm about to work with in the future. And I look forward to working with you guys also. I'm all about collaborations. I'm ready to make some magic, baby.
I feel you. Magic fingers.
Can we just get a shot of that shirt? Because that's a nice looking shirt right there.
Oh, yes. My Redonkulous.
Okay. Nice. We definitely thank you for, just repping the brand for us and, just coming to, you made an appearance at our Redonkulous Renaissance last month. And, we thank you for taking the time out to come to that, and even to take the time out to be on this interview tonight,
Thank you. I appreciate you guys thinking about me, It all starts there, It all starts there. I appreciate you guys thinking about me and reaching out. You guys don't understand how much you're a part of my journey. And trust me, I would not forget about none of you when I make it to the top.
All right. Which I'm sure will be soon, by the way. So,
and 5 years from now, when we're all sitting in our mansions with well, I'm gonna have chandelier. Redonkulous Entertainment, Kiki. This is a lifelong partnership. You just don't know yet, but you've just been told.
Oh no, I'm feeling family. Thank you guys. I appreciate you.
Okay, thank you, Kiki.